one?
Acharya is much higher than Guru.
So this is the Guru is the...
No, actually Acharya is the highest.
Okay, so
Yajyada Jagadisrashta Tatta Devetarojana Sayat Pramanam Gurude Lokastha Nivartade. Seeing somebody, I should feel that I should follow.
So this
Guru is one who opens your eyes.
So
After Guru,
after
the
Guru
highest is the Acharya.
So
Guru
this-
only opens your eyes. Then he will be allowed to see. Acharya is the highest.
Okay.
Acharya is the highest. Pandit who has knowledge, but we don't have great ability to give eyesight to somebody else. Okay, so Guru gives eyesight, but what he is supposed to see, Viveka Vivechana Buddhi. So he knows everybody. I don't know whether you are good or you are good. When that comes from seeing somebody, oh, he identified this person as a quality, that Acharya will be happy. That is what Bhagavad Gita. He will never teach. He will only walk on the road and somebody should learn by going behind him.
So thank you so much. I mean, it's an honor that you are here. Thank you so much. And these flowers are made by specially able children.
लोग यहाँ पे ही खड़े बराबर.
Thank you so much and thank you for coming. Thank you.
She is another great guest from Calcutta.
Yes.
Correct?
Gitanjali Mukherjee.
Yeah. Great name, no? Gitanjali.
So thank you for coming at such a short notice and thank you so much.
was my
We'll keep it.
Yes, definitely. We'll plan. So tomorrow we are starting, from tomorrow we are starting an initiative together, SANJEEVANI and OLL. We are starting the school for senior citizens, Aadhar Stambh. So they will be coming here for 3 hours from 10 to 1 and it will be skill based. So every Sunday they will learn a new skill.
What is the skill?
So from tech skills to sports as well as one emotional intelligence skill.
You know what is youth festival, right?
Yes.
Generally schools have youth festival. I conducted a old festival.
This is a good idea. So you know what I thought?
And what I did is, all the school children will bring their grandparents or parents. They will be on stage. Generally you will see parents pushing them into the stage and then say you should dance well, don't do mistakes like that, right? So I have seen the other side of it. I conducted a program in which I was part of advisory board of the adult education.
Okay.
In government it is called adult education. And I was in the advisory board of adult education under UGC. Adult education is exactly what I said. We call pedagogy, and in I don't know how many of you have done in the B.Ed andragogy you heard?
Yes.
That's called andragogy. Okay. So I read the whole andragogy, 2-3 volumes, and I taught an M.Ed programs. Some students did some projects under me on andragogy, and I was practically doing it. They said, how do you become creative? That's when I got this idea. Went into different schools and conducted, because you have to convince all the youth festival is a collection of different schools coming together on a stage for competition. In one school, same parents will not come, but you ask them to go and perform in some other place, they will do it. So we did a program for.
So are you still doing it or?
No, see, this is what I'm saying. I just do one program as a parent. My passion will be over. I'm not a regular businessman.
So you can give you good ideas,
I create something. See, when you say something, I will tell what I have done in that area.
So since we are starting this
I'm a
program-
floating boat. Never anchored in it.
So what we thought, sir, since we are starting this program from tomorrow, we thought why not today get it inaugurated from you. You know, we are taking all the benefit of you being here.
You can use me as a
Yeah,
tool.
so we said sir is there, he will inaugurate that program and later on that will go on social media that is inaugurated by you and then the program started.
So everybody is ready.
Yeah, everybody is ready.
Caesar is also ready.
We will open
Right,
the knot.
use my-
Yes, we'll open the knot rather than cutting it. So I'm telling them.
every parent is stopping by and checking out मेरे माँ बाप को
So we have got so many registrations since morning. We have sent it in the parents group also, but today in PTM we kept everything here, and parents are coming asking, registering.
It's a short-term 9 days program.
Yeah, 9 Sundays. So basically, this is again like a pilot project. So we are doing it in the month of March and April, and seeing that then we see what is
If it goes well, then we can do it like evenings can be that or nights can be that. Every
Since
senior
Holi is
citizen.
coming in between, we want to do Holi celebration also, annual day, sports day. So we have annual day for them, we have sports day for them, and then we will have.
And the kids will sit on the table.
Art and annual day. Good day annual day.
It is their annual day only.
So they will present to the children.
Sugandha, will you click a photo? So I will open the ribbon. Yeah. So that at least this program will start. Yes, you have to. Yes.
Unlock.
Unlock.
They're both here.
And this is unlock. And this program starts with your blessing. It's a collaboration between SANJEEVANI School and OLN. No, old men, no. The most wise men, not old men. Wise. Experience. From tomorrow morning we begin with this concept.
All the best.
Yeah,
So which subject is yours?
So commercial studies, which is grade 9 and test.
What is it?
I got
Commercial studies, commerce.
I'm an MB.
Okay.
My first student was bookkeeping and accountancy.
Okay.
1982.
Right. Okay.
You took birth by that time?
No, sir. I was 3 years old. I was in my mind. I was saying I had not taken birth also that time. And the second
And
question.
that too
also.
happened after +1, +2. That time commerce was one of the stream which was in demand.
Yeah.
So one neighbor of mine who was 3 years older than me failed in +1, +2 and stopped studies.
Okay.
Then I said, come, I will teach you commerce. I am a mathematics student, not a commerce student.
Yeah.
And she retired as a teacher very recently after MCOM. Became a pre-primary teacher. +1, +2 teacher. Did B.Ed. That was my first student actually.
Okay.
No, I was asking, he was telling we make entrepreneurs, no? How many of the teachers from this school resigned?
I did not let him do the session. Only for students. Very difficult.
You make an entrepreneur, they will say, I am leaving. Anybody I learned how to make a business. SEEMA will be in
So
trouble.
kids would tell them this. So kids would tell them this. आपका जो मार्कशीट है जब इतना लेवल पर आप और बैलेंस शीट है जब आपका बैलेंस शीट इस लेवल पे आ जाए that your marksheet cannot suffice the revenue that you are getting, then you do what you want. But till that time you have to be study in school, focus in school. तब तक आप बैलेंस शीट बढ़ाते जाओ, but मार्कशीट आपका होना चाहिए जब तक बैलेंस शीट doesn't exist.
See, being practical is something different from being academic. I was just telling that somebody wrote a book. The book is on how to make money. And he couldn't publish it because he couldn't make money. Correct?
Yes.
That is why one guidance that he gives to children is like you focus on your academics also. That is also very, very important. But yes, do follow your passion. And we are very open in our school that if out of 1700 children, there are 2 children who want to start something, they want to start their startup, we always say we are ready to fund you. But bring the idea. Bring some good idea, which some problem that needs to be solved.
So we launched a TV show for this. It's called Skill Titans on CNBC. So we called the kids, we made them pitch, and then there was one kid from Patinda. He got a drone, medical drone. So he could test your entire BPE and all in rural areas, doctor could come live and instantly give the solution. So he made the full prototype. He got 5 lakh rupees. He got featured on TV, so Google saw him.
Do you know there is a national cobweb?
National.
Cobweb. That is for entrepreneurs to fund under the CSIRS. Another one, there are a lot of incubation centers. In one of the biggest recently event was in Varangal, near Hyderabad.
Yeah.
So the incubation center generally train people like this. You come with the idea, we will fund you that.
This was like Shark Tank for kids we did, like on TV. Main was the TV factor because many schools have incubation centers.
Actually, there are 2 agencies, one under government, one under a trust, National Incubation Center. One is under, I think Bhargava was the chairman, CSIR director was Mashelkar is from here, right? National Incubation, Innovation Foundation and Innovation Center. One is under government, foundation is under trust. Both are being
So we also try to bring new ideas to our school, but you can give us some ideas which you feel that will be relevant in coming 10 to 20 years.
Actually, what should happen is there has to be some people. It's like a drama. Somebody writes a script and asks you to act. Instead of that, creative people sit together. A new drama will come in a different style.
So you're doing
That
that.
what happens in my camps. I have an old house in Kerala, 200-year-old house where people come.
So we'll have to go there now.
Yes.
For new ideas.
Okay.
Yes.
What we do is 20 programs in a place. You ask what happens there. I say I don't know. But once the group comes, something will happen. No 5-star stay. It's like a second class train sleeper, like sort of a thing in the veranda. The core house is totally like a old style, but I've constructed veranda around it, so it's where people will stay. Minimum facilities are there. The village will be with you, not me. My science teacher will come. One day is for my science teacher. They will show you what it is. So the BTech, MTech people who come with electronics will find, oh, I'm seeing this happening in the. So he will come with the 2 bags with a lot of electronics, and he will make something. So this time I went. He was doing carving on the Sanjeevani, a Krishna statue. A science teacher who retired maybe. Now he's 74 or 75. He will be there with me for full day. So my teachers who taught me during my 8th, 9th class will be spending full day with me. They have such a passion.
That is learning. We will show sir once. We will show you the present and by the time I get next.
My area is from nursery section to PhD. I teach collectors. I do programs for MBA. Now you were telling about the innovation programs, right? I was a professor of mathematics in KL University in Hyderabad. So there I was talking about campus to corporate. I introduced a paper. I had BTech, BBA, MBA students. Then what I did was the pitching your idea was one of the in which you can come and then speak. So the same project what you said, like pulse will be detected and consultation will be given. That was one of the project. It keeps happening at different places. So what we did was we will also did the same thing. We will give you 5 lakhs, provide it, you make a prototype and then show. Right? And we will give you all the items required. All the hardware is required. So many things were done like that. But what happens is coming that into a academic is fine. They will learn a lot of things. These are all different individual projects. I was in MANIT, Maulana Azad National Institute of Technology. It's the first NIT in India, started by Maulana Azad. Okay, the first education minister. In which I gave a project that build a satellite. So 50 students will be selected from each year. electronics, mechanical, civil, whoever comes. There will be 600 entry. Everybody has to write an entrance exam. We will select the best 50 out of it. It has to be demanding.
Okay.
Everybody can join with the paying money, will not give the demand, right? So entrance exam. Then there is an extra payment on that. Every year 50 joins, next year another 50 will join. So you have 4 years, 200 children working on a project, satellite making. It's not that after 4 years they made a satellite, but they understood everything about satellite. And the last batch 50 people went out, satellite was still not made. But all of them got a lot of interest in research. Many of them got placed in space department. They know everything about space, right? Understood. So it's a large project. So that's what I said. At this age, creativity is fine, but later it should come into a product. So such things will happen only when you take a large projects for an institute.
So what kind of guidance can you give him since he is...
See, recently I was there in Jaipur. You look at my Jaipur talk. Jaipur DrTPS. I inaugurated a space center. They had a robotics. That was a beautiful lab. You can see I'm going through labs and all that. I record all that, right? And now last week there was an invitation in Dubai. He's inaugurating his branches in Dubai. He conducts large space conferences in which competition will be given. Now you have a lot of students. How do you make it more acceptable, more visible, and how do you prepare? Create from your children, create a competition, different schools, and that becomes a mega event in the India. And during that time, give them a higher. By that time, probably you have senior students. All that what I did in Jaipur with that group is for students who are 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th grade. Got it? And it's not a short-term program. They continue the program, they will do a lot of activities, and it's in a lab. In a lab where they conduct all these programs. You can just look at it, then Google the rest. He is actually based in Gulf, Dubai. I met him in many places. Last time when I was in, I think Saudi Arabia, I was there in Riyadh. He was representing his company. That's where I got connected.
Which company is that, sir?
That he is into some whiteboard business of.
Okay.
That was into digital. That during the digital board and online learning, all that was his company. But then he started this of his own. He's from Jaipur, basically from Jaipur. So I went to inaugurate his center. The first event in Jaipur was that. It was last year, I think. Yeah, last year.
So like, what is like whenever you go to these places, like what is your objective or purpose?
See, my when you tell something, I'm able to connect very fast, right? That's because I keep rolling. I collect a lot of information, a lot of things I learn, and I worked with the Space Department 20 years. 2 years from Prime Minister's office, 2 years in UGC, and now I am working on a book which is called the Gita. I never taught. I know Bhagavad Gita. That doesn't mean I can teach, no? No, you can teach. So that's a confidence in which I was pushed. Every Saturday, this time to this time. And those people who are from Dwaraka attended Bhagavad Gita for 10 years. You understood? So, what do I do? That's an experience. When demand comes to you, that's why I said I cook according to the requirements, right? And that church priest was very much interested, and we had a Sunday session wherein the priest and me discussing was the Western and Eastern philosophy, in which I mixed 6 Indian language songs during the ceremony, and now those people locally, the group who were singing in the church, I made them to learn 6 Indian language songs. We had an ethnic show, and that ethnic expo we presented them on the stage. All this done in 6 months, right? So these all depends on different style. This is, we are just the Bhagavad Gita in the modern world, how is going to be useful.
Right.
Okay. And heavy breakfast means heavy. Too heavy actually. Any small bit is more. I like only water.
Juice.
Ekabhuktam Mahayogi, Dvibhuktam Mahabhogi, Tribhuktam Maharogi, Chaturbhuktam Mahadrogi. Generally what I do is I have heavy breakfast because I don't know when my lunch will be. Once I am out, we don't know what to do. Correct? So it's just generally only fruits. So that's my life. And I'm 60 kilogram for last 40 years.
Yes.
No plus one, no minus one. Yesterday when it was 60.7, I told I'm slightly before the weighing machine. I told I'm slightly more heavy today, maybe 60 point something, exactly 60.7, and no disease for last 40 years. I only met doctors to give lectures. I'm a Himalayan tradition meditation master from Swami Rama's disciple.
Okay.
So it's an entirely different experience, mixing a young age. I have got a concept called, you Google Grandma Childcare Shiksha Gurukulam, GCCSG. GCCSG. DrTPS. DrTPS is my name, continuous, without a gap. GCCSG, DrTPS. You will see a lot of books, published 6 books in the last few months. That is on A to Z of education for age 3 to grade 3. Now you are telling about the kids. I don't believe in having nursery class, LKG, UKG, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 different. I want all of them to put in one class. Only activity, no textbook, no learning, no syllabus, no paper, no writing. If they want, they must feel that reading should be there.
Yeah. Reading
No
should
writing.
be there, but no writing.
But then they will feel like I should also write the same thing. And that should come from. And my concept is they have no books, but they have files. Free folders. And they can cut all the magazines and papers and then fill it inside and then put it in them. Fill it up, that will be your evaluation for the children.
So actually it starts from assessment. अगर हम लोग assess करेंगे कि definition क्या है, तो बच्चे definition सीखेंगे क्योंकि उसे assessment पास है.
It's a learning from all the people together. And wherein parents can come, grandparents can come, they can all sit and then see what the children are doing. It's like a marriage season, every family is joining together. We will not put age 3 separate room, age 4 separate room, right? They'll all mix together and learn a lot. So create such an environment. I'm sure this school cannot change the pattern all on a sudden, but at least once in a month do that.
Yeah, this is what we discussed last week. We were actually discussing last week that how to create.
Engaging them, I can train the teachers and then say how they will get engaged in this one day. This is what I did in different places in West Bengal. This is called a Grandma Childcare Shiksha Gurukulam. And those training programs, now I am making a certification program from the Yoga University of America.
Okay.
Where I can give a certification, which 20 hours of class, 20 hours of practical session with the teachers, and then 60 hours they should work and then submit a document.
Right.
Based on that, we will evaluate and give a certification. So 2 such certifications will give you a diploma. 4 such certifications will give them a post-graduation. After that, they can register for PhD. All that will be done in 3 years. Okay. This is the schedule. The financial part I didn't work out. The functional part I did. And I am in a MOU with those universities, which I can do it in India at different places under my Shiksha Gurukulam concept. My trust is called a Shiksha, SHIKSH.
So just wanted to know from you, because we were discussing this, like how do we make like world's biggest classroom with no walls?
This is what I am saying. Actually, classroom is, see, I keep saying, when I say I am meditating, I am merging with the nature and sitting in a closed room along with my people around. Am I merging with the nature?
Yeah, I mean nature is the people too.
Actually,
Not just the trees and
actually, when I think that there is a wall, I am disconnected.
Right.
My indriyas are not working. I am not with the wall. Then either I am inside or outside makes no difference. The inside makes difference only when I think about I own this area. When I went to Delhi, somebody asked, where is your house? I said, I don't have a house. Therefore, every place becomes my house now. Only when I own a house, I should decide where should I go. If I don't own a house, anywhere I can go. And I kept saying, I go around a place. You can talk to SEEMA.
So, but training the teachers, will that deliver the impact? Or
See, I was director for Academic Staff College for 2 years under UGC. So my job was training senior professors in the universities. One of the biggest tasks is training teachers. Okay. If you go around 400 teachers, I will see at least 20 teachers good enough in this country. We don't require a lot of Vivekananda. One Vivekananda was enough. Understood? So, see, our education system is not to create everybody great. It's like a filtering system.
exactly.
What we are doing is filtering. Everybody cannot become PhDs, right? Only 0.7% of postgraduates are going for PhDs. Only 1.2% of graduates are going for post-graduation. So it's always filtering. I don't expect everybody to become very creative. We also require attender, na?
So, but
Everybody cannot become principal.
we require that अगर आप civilization बना रहे हो तो इतना बड़ा divide हो जाएगा.
See, definitely when I'll tell you, when there is a progress, there is a development, there is also some sort of a weakness. India, now the GDP you are talking, India is great, but per capita income is reduced. Understood? You cannot get rid of this. Always in management, that's what we learn. India's problem is population. If population is less, India would have been much better. Correct? So we have a lot of people who are just waste, but we cannot call them waste, right? Because we don't know from that waste who will become wealth tomorrow. Correct? They may also produce a child who may become a wealth tomorrow. As a country, when we are looking, that's how it happens. Now everybody knows Vande Bharat has come. You ask the children in this school, I will tell you. Who made Vande Bharat? Did anybody ask you that question? Did any teacher ask this question?
So everybody will say Modi.
That is what they say.
Actually, that's stupid and wrong. No? Modi did not make. There is a DGM in railway who gave this idea, mooted this idea, made it happen.
Chennai.
Eh?
Chennai.
Hey, nobody knows about it. That is because the basic concept of education, we have never asked people to understand things. We just hear, believe it, and write that in the exam, you get marks.
So, but I feel even understanding. Even तो मैंने समझ लिया. अब मैंने समझ के उसका किया क्या?
See, one, you are talking about my awareness. Understanding, see, your knowledge is considered a different level. Once you have sufficient knowledge, Viveka, Vivechana, Buddhi, where, when, how, what to be used. If a commerce teacher is practicing commerce, you understood what I am saying? A commerce teacher practicing commerce, a mathematics teacher practicing mathematics. At least one student from him will learn how to practice it. What is that we are lacking? We are lacking teachers who are not practical. They don't do anything. They just blah blah, right? See, I am teaching English. And I am teaching poetry. Appreciation of poetry. I have to tell how Wordsworth has written this poem. But I never wrote a poem in my life. There is a difference, a poet teaching a poetry and a non-poet teaching a poetry.
That's exactly.
So how do you make, that is what I have said, when people come, assume the group wants to know how to write a poetry. You teach how to write a poetry. How do you get it? You sit with a poet. I will teach children how to use mathematics. Yesterday, as soon as the program is over, only 2-3 teachers really came into my real contact. He said, yeah, I am teaching trigonometry. I want to know how trigonometry can be taught in a better way. He said, go and type DrTPS trigonometry. 2 videos minimum you will see. And if you don't understand, get back to me. I will do a Google for you. So all my Google Meets are after a program. Out of 400, I said maybe 10 people will contact. Out of 400, only one BTech is good enough.
Right.
Not all the 399 is useful. But one created a life, created something different, right? You can't expect everybody in the 400 children will go for MIT. So, create some samples. That is what ultimately, now Sanjeevani school is existence for how many years?
This is the 6th year.
6th year. Maybe after 10 years, when you look back, what you should know is, oh, one of my students has become a civil servant, IAS. One of my students has become a judge. All of them passed out with A+, all of them post-graduation. That is distinctly different, right? See, my village keep talking about me, bolts on me, my teachers come. When I go and reach my house, immediately my teachers will come and meet me. Why? Because they consider that, oh, this man is something different. No. Understood? That is part of your activity. Create somebody. Why Vivekananda created a different world? Just because Ramakrishna could convince him that you can make a difference, right? But Ramakrishna could make only one Vivekananda. But because of Vivekananda, Ramakrishna became great. So your activity will get projected not because of how many number you reach upon. I always believe one quality. We are not politicians, right? We are not business people. I am not. Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm educationist and business. So अभी दोनों चलाने.
See, in every one of us, we have got all the Vaishya, Shudra, Kshatriya, and the Brahmin. All of them together is what we are. But there is a prominent, measure for us. Whether my Uttar Pradesh is more stronger or Madhya Pradesh is more stronger. Whether I do a lot of business or whether I do a lot of thinking. So, heart and head cannot work together. It works slightly different. So we make difference, small difference in many people. They may not come back to us, they may not tell, but I'm sure some point of time they remember us. So I write books. The Grandma Child Care Shiksha Curriculum, I wrote a book on A to Z of Grandma Child Care Shiksha Curriculum. Each chapter starts with A, up to the last chapter starts with Z. 4 volumes, 26 chapters. Then another one, the biggest problem is the mental strength of children. So I wrote from age 3 to grade 7, a guide for teachers and parents. 8th to 12th, it is for self-learning, how to become strong. What is lacking today is not the skill. There are a lot of training programs on skill, either soft skill or hard skill or something that like that keep happening around the world. Plenty of them. Those who don't have also, they will know. But at the end, you will see a lot of cities like Hyderabad or maybe Nagpur. The number of suicides after 12th result or after graduation result, post-graduation. Even I was in Delhi, I was looking at the paper reports, the AIMS people who got admitted commit suicide. Think that now the greatest AIMS who have got a master's program, people join for that. They themselves don't have the strength to withstand.
So for this, no, one thing, like in school there is counselors. Every school has counselor. But what happens is, kids are scared to go to this counselor because they get labeled.
I'll tell you, no people wanted to share their problems to an unknown entity.
Exactly.
Most of the psychotherapists who are being put in school, I am a psychotherapist, I have an MS in psychotherapy. Okay.
What else?
Now when we go to students and speak, our teacher immediately come back with the problems. I keep asking them, you have your teachers. Every B.Ed has got also psychology in the part of the syllabus. That doesn't help them because they have written a paper and got a pass mark for getting a B.Ed. They don't know how to approach somebody, how to influence them, how to get into their heart, how to make them to open up. The trust should come when they talk to you, who feel, oh, this is one person where I can tell my problems. Very rarely uses it. After every program, maybe 20% of the people contact me. And if you see some colleges, probably most of them will contact. But people keep in contact probably 10%, 2% of the end after 5 years, 6 years. That's what happens. Few of them will tell their problems, want some counseling, want some.
So, what we were thinking is the school counselor thing doesn't really
Useless. Actually, what happens is, I'll tell you, the basic problem with this counseling group is psychology, psychotherapy. All must have done after BA. Mostly they have not performed well in their academics. Therefore, they opted in the subject of psychology. Most of the children who are here, they have some or other problem with maths, physics, chemistry. They will go and tell, you are the psychologist, I will tell, I am not able to study chemistry. Yeah, generally people have problem. I also had a problem with the chemistry. Is it a solution for your problem? What happened is, in my home, which I was just mentioning, we had a MA psychology counseling program, the apprentice program which they have done in different schools. We had a get together. Okay, that was to understand the problem. How do they? Most of them have given a report saying some complaint about the teachers who are teaching. Math teacher is bad, social science teacher is bad, history doesn't, very difficult to memorize. So many problems are with, but no solutions because they themselves are in trouble. Recently, I went to one of the schools where the counseling teacher came back to me asking a lot of problems. She herself is in a big problem. You can imagine when you don't know how to swim.
correct. You are trained.
You are saving somebody from water. No? It's a big problem. It doesn't happen. So no solution. This is done because government has given a
Mandate.
and actually they are disturbing, and most of the schools, I must have visited maybe 10,000 of the schools. Most of the schools, they have given a desk like this and then do some clerical job. Don't involve, don't talk to anybody because they are disturbing. For government's sake, they give a MA psychology or MSc psychology or MA psychotherapy. It doesn't work.
We thought, can he enter this place?
You can see lot of guidance program from me. More than 6,000 videos are there on YouTube.
Yeah.
And in which where to study, how to study, what to study. After +1, +2, electrical, electronics, mechanical, civil, each of the branches I explain, including the content of syllabus, what is going to be taught. Last week I was there in IIT Kanpur. So when I went there, the assistant professor happened to be his professor happened to be my student.
Wow.
Understood?
That is very good.
He was flattened.
So this is one website. Like if you want to search on your phone, DrSEEMANegi.com. Okay, so if you just go there.
So generally what I do is when somebody asks, I'll tell them send me your problem on WhatsApp. Okay. And yesterday somebody asked, no trigonometry. I said go to YouTube and then look at it, then come back to me later.
Yeah.
Understood.
This is only for doubts only. So when you say example like here DrTPS, okay. तो आपने भेज दिया. अगर actually कोई doubt है, मेरा सारा knowledge मैंने videos में दे दिया. सिर्फ doubt के लिए तुम मेरे लिए इस link पे आओ, बताना आ गए हो, मैं instantly 120 seconds के अंदर doubt solve हो गया. आप जाओ मैं जाओ वैसे.
How do them? She gets such calls, or you just made a app? That's it.
We made this, and now whenever she does any meeting, she just shares this link.
Okay.
She's like, बस इधर join करके बात करो. So this is like, you can use for your counseling and all, not like live guidances and creative.
See what happens to me when I go to some Gulf programs and all. I go to radio. When we go to live on radio or TV, as soon as I return back, I'll see thousands of messages. Most of them are not serious. This is, just because somebody is coming, you do that. So it takes some time. And we invest time on very few who really require, who understands. Probably I can mentor them later. I'm not doing for commercial. It's my time pass. I'm a retired person, so I've got everything in my life. I enjoy my life. Okay, I just enjoy my life.
So how my this thing is कि commercial भी होना चाहिए और because I'm Marwadi
100%,
business
100%.
समझ में आता है
Yeah, 100%.
and I want कि because it's sustainable and it's structured.
No,
Because
what you can do is probably create a small group of people who wanted to stay with me and then spend some time, understand what I'm doing, or maybe philosophy or learning very specific. Either it's in I'm an astrology. I'm into Vastu. All these are traditionally learned for 26 years. So I'm really holistic. Understood?
correct.
I'm really holistic, not for namesake. And I'm a good cook. So you can see cooking Dr. TPS, climbing tree Dr. TPS. You tell me what a person does. I've gone through all this chakar. I'm a good driver. I take them when they come to my hometown. No, I drive four-wheeler in a hilly area where only three-wheel will run. I've traveled up to Northeast. I'm a mentor for Vivekananda Kendra Vidyalayas. They have 37 plus 1 plus 2 schools in Northeast.
Where in Northeast?
Northeast, all Arunachal Pradesh. And I've been traveling there since 2010 up to 2016. After that, I stopped. Because after 17, 18, I was in American trip. Then COVID came. So 7 years I stopped. I had those days. Every time when I go, I think I will never come back to this place because no electricity, no water heater, no stay. 20 kilometers to travel, it takes 5 hours. Such a bad terrain those days. No, now it's much better. I said next year I'll not come here. But I can't stop because children are so much attached. No, they'll come and touch me and then say, I said, yeah, I want to touch you once. You know, why? I want to go back home and said, tell my parents that I touched a Indian space scientist today. Because they don't get connected to India. They feel India is something different, for them. Have you seen the mentality of people I keep saying is entirely different. They get attached so much because very rarely they see a space scientist there. Mary Kom dekha na? That is the goj they have, push they have. Very energetic people.
So few for investment.
So what happened is when some of the students after that they came to LPU University in Punjab. They called me for a lecture there. 5 years back I attended your class. Now I am doing MBA here. Please come for a lecture. So that means after 5 to 6 years also they still remember me, right? No connection, no contacts after that. That's good enough. So it's a good place. India is a good place where I've been traveling across, connecting to people, talking to people, give them idea.
So but where do you want to take this to?
See, I have got few great aspirants for civil service. 17 of them already into service. Okay, I've created a lot of my students. 32 children stayed with me for 1 month. 17 of them got admission into ISER. ISER is one of the most prestigious institute in India. Right? Good enough. Good enough. So many of my students I go for engineering colleges and then do such programs now. So they are into different parts of the world. Now you tell me a country, I have got somebody there. Now the pending invitation in Georgia, Ukraine, so many such small places. I have got lot of students who are in UK goes for MS. The part-time job is to make money by tuitions. So I am training them on how to teach maths, physics, chemistry in UK and making their part-time money. And that teachers training program keeps happening. So you can see some of my lectures in which I am correcting, no, this is not electricity, should not be taught like this. Actually, on the other side, there is a student who is listening to this and then correcting the teaching mechanism, which I cannot put their face. Understood? So you can see some of my electricity Dr. TPS, physics Dr. TPS, like that. If you look at it, you will see a lot of them. So their first teaching program happens. This is called a teachers training program, 2024. Understood? Is from UK.
Correct.
And what happens is all of them will go for a first selection process. Then I will select them at the end. All of them are from UK. You can see all plus for 44, 44. Understood? So physics, chemistry, maths, uska schedule rehta. They have to teach, and first cut is over. Then I will get back to them to select them, and how much payment to be given per hour I will decide. Okay?
Understood. So you charge them per hour?
No, I am not doing it. See, I am doing my social service in public, but last year they took me to UK for a get together of all these teachers. So my flight fare, my stay, accommodation, all that is taken care of. That's what I say. I'm enjoying my life. So how did I travel to UK? I don't even have 70 rupees in my pocket. I travel across the world.
Okay.
Understood? Now I am staying in Marriott in President's
Sweet.
Suite. Not a joke, right? 3 days, 4 days.
That's the best part. I think.
That's why yesterday I sent a message. You come, I will host you there, President's Suite. Everything is free there. Understood? I said call for a meeting, come there, attend to it.
I think better to meet in the school because you also.
I know, 100%. I love to travel. See, I'm not one who enjoys that because I was in Prime Minister's office. You know RAW, right? I was Deputy Director for RAW in India. I left that job. If I am in that position when I come here, in this school there will be a lot of police people. After clearance only I will come able to come. Your DGP will be standing here outside, waiting me to happen this, and after that I should go. So I don't want that. I have enjoyed that sometime in my life. I love this.
So you have been.
I have been into UGC. I have been into RAW under Prime Minister's office, Manmohan Singh. 2009 I left my job. Just because I want to go around, meet people. हो गया?
पापा से बात करें.
Okay. So हो गया. अभी otherwise I will never meet you, no? Correct? Otherwise I will never. SEEMA interviewed me twice, I think.
She told me.
Yeah.
You friend requested.
I have got lot of Pakistani people who interviewed me.
Oh wow.
You look at DrTPS Pakistan on YouTube, and it's so. I was really astonished to see somebody from Pakistan interviewing me. I asked, what do you do? I ran a small tailor shop in a single room. And that fellow wanted to know what DrTPS, a space scientist, is doing in India. I am yet to see such a person in India. Understood? Somebody from Pakistan who has got a one room where he does his daily wages tailoring. He has interviewed. And he could hardly speak little English. उर्दू मिक्स करके हिंदी में बात कर रहे थे वो.
How many languages do you know?
I understand many of the languages, but I speak all the South Indian languages plus Hindi.
So Tamil, Telugu.
Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam. I'm a Keralite.
Huh.
I learned reading and writing in Tamil when I was in 7th grade. I studied in Bangalore.
So you are also from Kerala.
I'm from Hyderabad.
Huh.
And she speaks Malayalam, understands Malayalam.
Interesting. I have a love for language learning, but through people. Like I talk to them and then I learn.
It's very simple to learn language.
Because if you do.
No, I can also speak a little bit of Bangla. Ami Bangla bolchi. I was there in Ahmedabad, so I learned a little bit of Gujarati. So east, west, south, north हो गया ना?
Gujarati to like I grew up in Gujarati house. Like entire.
Basically, you are from where?
I'm from Marwadi. Bikaner.
Rajasthan कहाँ पे?
Bikaner.
Bikaner.
So.
Yeah, you know the best meetings we had in Delhi was Bikaner House.
Okay.
That's a Rajasthan house, and their suite is very good. So most of our guests who comes to meet us, we'll put them in Bikaner House. That was our meeting point. So I must have visited Bikaner House more than Kerala House. Kerala House is the Kerala guest house.
Kerala.
Kerala Government Guest House in Delhi.
Okay.
Andhra House is the Andhra Guest House for Andhra people in Delhi. But Bikaner House is the Rajasthan house, and I must have visited Bikaner House more than any other houses because all meetings happens in Bikaner because they're
Very
beautiful, beautifully made, and food is also very good. Rajasthan people serve good food, right? It's almost
Chapati is also good food.
all my delegation happens in Bikaner House.
Amazing.
And I traveled through Jaipur many times, Jodhpur, Takra, was in Ahmedabad, and yeah, Udaipur. Udaipur still they write the street names as Gha 37, not A37. Lane number we don't put ABCD. They put Hindi alphabets. Kaka Gaka. So I was in G27, JA27, not G27, JA27.
Amazing. It's very big. Actually, the thing is, the amount of experience you have is, I think, 1/4 is my age. Yeah, 1/3.
No, what I did is I traveled. In Bombay, I stayed probably when I wanted to learn in 1986 when I joined. I mean 89 when I joined my office. There was no center in Hyderabad where we can learn CAD packages. Okay,
CAD is in AutoCAD.
AutoCAD. AutoCAD was not there in Hyderabad. It was only in Bombay. So I came here, stayed here 1 month officially as a space scientist. And my first AutoCAD lessons were from Bombay. MicroStation, that time it was MicroStation. 24 was the CAD package.
Wow.
AutoCAD was not there actually.
Yeah.
It was MicroStation. It was called MicroStation.
Okay. By the same.
MicroStation Modular. That's from Intergraph, one company, which has got a beautiful graphic engine. We used to have silicon graphics, big computer of this size in a beautiful color of pink, dark pink color. That is only one where AutoCAD can be worked. MicroStation Modular, MDM, and that is where the terrain modeling, all that was done. For all the military applications, these systems were sold because we need, now you see a lot of video games, right? Actually, they're all made for the military applications. We were making the first beginners in India for that. I learned this and then trained a lot of military people on that. This is what a beautiful.
Yes, yes.
One mirror there, slightly inclined. Yeah, like then your reflections will be seen throughout.
Yes.
That's how it should. Dance room, actually you like to see from behind and the front also. My name is Consilator.
S.
Yes. A. Yes. I. That's my name. And what's your name?
Kruna.
Spell it.
Kruna.
K.
R.
How do you write K?
K.
How do you write K? Step by step. Does it become K? K. R.
R.
Does it become R?
U.
Does it become U?
N.
N.
L.
A.
L.
आपका W. So Google DrTPS craft. My name is DrTPS. DrTPS.
DrTPS. Sure. Thank you, sir.
हो गया आज का काम. दुकान बंद. Which subject you teach?
History and geography. 6th and
Sixth.
7th.
What is that? 10th?
7th.
7th. What is there in syllabus? 6th geography.
6th geography. We use total geography, and we have South America, and we have North America.
Why do they learn all this
agriculture.
South America?
It's very important to know
Why?
all the
Google Map तो है.
But why Google Map? Why this is the Google Map that God has given us, no?
I must have taught maximum number of geography teachers in India. I used to conduct a program called GeoMap Quiz. Heard about it? Heard about this? I initiated in Hyderabad.
Okay.
I am the person who started GeoMap Quiz. I was secretary for Indian National Cartographic Association. Nice.
Thank you.
The best geography lesson is Gange cha Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalasmin Sannidhim Guru.
What is the schedule for evening now?
I have to go now. I have a meeting at 12 o'clock, but she has to go back. I think the Aaj Tak ka interview is over, but they have a meeting
Okay.
as early as possible. Thank you so
But
much.
I want to come for your talk. Monday का हमको दो ना कहाँ पे
Yeah,
क्या है?
I'll just ask. Vajpayee. It's open.
What was your topic you told me?
Indian Scientific Heritage. That's a topic which I am speaking.
Sir is speaking on a topic. So topic है
Indian Scientific Heritage.
Indian Scientific Heritage पे Monday को he is speaking on that topic.
That's in Taj, some other Taj hotel nearby.
इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम का
IKS का. I am part of IKS. I have been into last 20 years. IKS now came into effect very recently. I had a lot of sessions
आप
on.
लोगों ने किया है इसीलिए वो चीज अस्तित्व
Yeah,
में आई
some 20 years back I started this. What I used to do is those days there was no PowerPoint, computer भी नहीं था. I used to write on slides, put lot of packets, 300 of them, put on a toy, go to different schools, hang them in the veranda. After 1 hour class, children should go back and then come back, and then we'll have a quiz program and give prizes. I've done in hundreds of schools like that. So sab slokas by heart I'm ready.
Sir, what views are you having regarding a value education laboratory in the school? I will be sending you.
What are you going to do in that laboratory? You tell me. Then I will tell you.
I am telling.
I'll just talk to Vaishali and then find out
I'm
the
sending
DGM for the exam. Namaste, I'm in Bombay. Yeah, yesterday evening I had a program. Today I am in some school. And 1 or 2 faculties from the school also wanted to attend to the program of Monday. Is it open? Okay. Yeah, where they can register. Fine, thank you. Okay. I am in Marriott, but tomorrow I'll be shifting to Taj.
I'm going to send you all your links to teachers.
Yeah. I mean, let us have some teachers training program or something.
Yes.
Subject wise. not general blah blah blah. All the junior teachers for that
हाँ
level.
गाड़ी लेके आ जाइए एक
Okay.
बार।
Okay.
And higher classes only chemistry one day,
सामने है क्या?
only physics another day.
अभी एक प्लेट
Okay.
वन खाना जब तक बाद में आएगा.
So
की तरह one
different subject wise we will plan something.
Yes.
And
definitely.
probably we could also see that if somebody is interested for a certificate program in the university, which I said, they can also register there. We can give a Indianized knowledge system के अंदर पे कुछ कर सकते हैं.
सर ले लीजिए फटाफट गाड़ी।
They will also love to get some certification, right? The end of the day. Chalo, I'll send you that link.
Yes.
Okay. I'll send you.
Thank you so much. Do I give you the bottles with you?
Yeah?
And I'll give you some bottles.
It's enough. It's only 1 hour, 40 minutes.
Still for.
See you.
It was great meeting you.
Look at the G Grandma Child Care Shiksha Gurukulam. GCCSG DrTPS.
I'm going to share all the links with everyone. For photo. This will go on social media. Come man, this side. ये भी चाहिए पूनम. ये. It's
You know,
almost
all
like
my books are on LIFE, right? Live in full enjoyment.
learn in full enjoyment.
Learn in full enjoyment. Okay?
Yes, thank you so much once again for coming. Truly, truly, truly blessed. हमारा दिन सफल हो गया. You are
Great.
there for some more days or going?
No, no, today only I need.
Okay, okay, no problem.
वो शायद उस गेट में चला गया, वहीं पर ड्रॉप किया था मैंने।
बोलो आगे
वही
आ
है.
जाओ.
Then the other way is
And before that, Bangla.
Parents,
Kolkata.
Kolkata, Bangla, under.
So I can understand how much knowledge do you
Darjeeling.
get now being shadowing him. I also want to do sometime.
Keeps on asking a lot of questions. As it goes.
Someday I also want to
learning
do that. Okay, so I'll tell you when I'm doing. I really want to do that.
Come to
Thank you
Kerala.
so much. Yes.
We'll meet each together in Kerala.
सर हम सामने बैठते हैं।
चलो.
See you soon. Bye.